Welcome to the deep dive. We're here taking a stack of sources, pulling out the good stuff just for you. Today, we're diving deep into something pretty fundamental. How to start conversations, naturally and with confidence.
Right. And what's neat about the source we're looking at today is, well, it's kind of framed for English learners, but honestly, the ideas in it, they're universal. Really, our job here is to unpack it, pull out those tools, the mindset shifts it talks about, to give you a shortcut to, well, making connections through talking.
Absolutely. So using this guide directly, we'll look at why starting conversations even matters, break down some solid techniques, specific phrases, and really get into that mindset thing the source mentions, plus some cultural bits too.
Yeah, because it's easy to get stuck thinking language is just, words and rules, grammar. But this guide, it really hammers home that the point is using it to connect, building relationships, opening doors, and every single one, it starts with just talking.
Exactly. So here's the plan. We'll cover those classic starters, that really interesting mindset shift, actual phrases you can use, like right now, cultural nuances, and importantly, how the source suggests keeping it going once you've started.
Okay, so let's dig in. The building blocks first. What does the source actually give us to, start with? Some basic phrases.
Right. It kicks off with the absolute classic, doesn't it? Hi, how are you? Super simple, polite, everyone gets it. But the guide adds a useful point here.
Yeah.
It says, native speakers often just say, good, thanks, or whatever, but that's not the end. It's actually an opening. The simplicity is kind of the point. It's low pressure.
Ah, okay. It's like a little social signal.
Yeah.
And what about others? Yeah, it mentions the weather, right?
Totally. Nice weather today, isn't it?
Yeah.
The source flags this as a big one for small talk, especially, it notes, in British culture.
And why does that work?
Well, it's neutral, isn't it? You don't need to know anything about the person. It's common ground you can both see. Just for a quick shared moment, sometimes that's all it takes to lead somewhere else.
Makes sense. And then there are the more situational ones.
Yeah, like, is this your first time here? The guide implies this is great for, events, classes, meetups, that sort of thing.
Because you already share something being there.
Exactly. It invites a little story about their experience.
And then there's the big one for adults, maybe. What do you do? Meaning job or studies.
Oh, yeah. Very common. But the guide adds a crucial tip here. It's not just asking the question.
It's a follow-up, right?
Yes. Always follow up. Don't just let "I'm a designer" hang there. The source says ask more. Oh, what kind of design? Or do you like it? It shows you're actually listening, not just ticking a conversation box.
Right. Moving from the what to the about. That's a good distinction.
And this leads into what the guide presents as a really, I think, powerful shift in thinking. The secret isn't trying hard to be interesting.
It's about being interested in them, shifting the focus outward.
Exactly.
And the guide explains why that works so well. It kind of takes the pressure off you, doesn't it? You stop worrying about how you sound, what clever thing to say. And you just get curious about the other person. It even gives a little formula for it.
Oh, yeah. What's the formula?
Simple. Observe plus ask. Start a conversation.
Okay, observe plus ask. Like, give us an example from the guide.
Sure. So you see someone reading a book, you observe that. The ask is, oh, that book looks interesting. What's it about?
Right? Or you see someone wearing a cool t-shirt.
Yeah. Love the shirt. Where'd you get it?
Yeah.
Observe, then ask. And the guide really stresses, you don't need perfect English or anything. Just be curious. Be friendly. That's what connects.
Okay, so we have these foundational bits, the be interested mindset. But the guide gives more tools, right? Like a whole list of phrases.
It does, yeah. A list of about 10 natural starters. Things like, hey, I don't think we've met before. I'm your name.
Direct. I like it.
Or, hi, I'm new here.
Huh.
Mind if I join you? That one's obviously situational.
Yeah, you got to read the room a bit for that one.
Definitely. But it's direct. Or even simpler, hey, how's your day going so far?
That's easy. What else?
Things like, that looks delicious. What are you having if someone's eating? Or what brought you here today if you're at an event or something?
Oh, I like that one. What brought you here?
Yeah.
It taps into that shared context again.
Exactly. It invites their story for being there. It's open-ended.
Much better than just, are you new?
Right. Others are like, have you been here before? What do you usually do on weekends? Are you from around here? How do you know the host place? And even one specifically for learners. I'm trying to improve my English. Do you mind if we chat a bit?
That's brave, but probably effective.
Could be. And the guide suggests just pick maybe 2 or 3 you like, ones that feel comfortable for you, and practice saying them. out loud.
Saying them out loud makes a difference, doesn't it? Gets it in your muscle memory.
For sure.
So thinking about using these.
Yeah.
Where and when is this kind of small talk normal? The guide has some cultural pointers on this.
Yeah, this is important. It points out that while in some cultures, talking to strangers is kind of weird, in many English-speaking places, it specifically mentions the UK, US, Canada, Australia. Small talk is just normal, part of daily life.
It's not seen as intrusive.
Generally not, if you're polite.
Yeah.
The guide lists typical spots: coffee shops, elevators, waiting rooms, maybe at work near the coffee machine, on the bus or train sometimes.
Places where you're temporarily near people.
Exactly. And it offers reassurance, but most people are actually fine with a quick chat if you approach it right.
Yeah.
Be polite, friendly, respectful.
How do you do that? What are the signals?
Well, the guide mentions the obvious but crucial ones. Smile. Make eye contact. That signals you're open and friendly.
Nonverbals are key.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And ask those open-ended questions we talked about, not just yes/no ones. Listen to the answers. And use those little reaction words.
Like yeah or right.
Yeah, or mm-hmm. Okay. Little sounds that show you're tracking with them, you're engaged. It makes the other person feel heard.
Okay, great. So you've used a phrase, maybe asked a follow-up. But how do you stop it from dying right there? How do you keep it going? The source gives 4 tips.
Right. Keeping the momentum. First tip, more follow-up questions. Build on what they just said. The guide suggests things like, oh, really? What was that like? Or, no way, how did you get into that? It shows you listened and want more detail.
Makes sense. Keep showing that interest. What's next?
Tip 2 is about your contribution. Give a little extra yourself. Don't just answer yes or no.
Ah, so if they ask if you like the coffee?
Exactly. Don't just say, yeah. Say, yeah, I love it. It's actually my favorite spot in the city. Give them something to latch on to, a little detail they can ask about. It keeps the conversational ball rolling.
Okay, give them a hook. Third tip.
Show interest with your reactions. Use those little enthusiastic phrases the guide lists. That's awesome. Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh.
No way, that's so cool.
So verbal nodding, basically.
Pretty much. It shows you're actively processing and appreciating what they're sharing. It adds energy.
Got it. And the last tip for keeping it flowing.
Find common ground. As you're talking, listen for things you have in common. Hobbies, opinions, experiences. If they mention hiking and you like hiking,
Jump on it.
yes. The guide says, pointed out, you like hiking, me too. Do you go often? Finding that shared interest creates a connection fast and gives you lots more to talk about.
That makes perfect sense. Now, the guide doesn't just leave us with theory. It actually ends with a challenge, something practical for you, the listener, to do.
Yeah, it calls it your speaking challenge.
Yeah.
And it's really straightforward.
Yeah.
Step 1, choose 3 conversation starters from the guide, whichever ones you like.
Just 3.
Okay. Step 2, practice them out loud when. Say the words. Feel how they sound coming out of your mouth.
Builds confidence just doing that.
Totally. And then step 3, try one, just one, in a real-life low-stakes situation.
Like the examples it gives.
Exactly. Talk to someone in your class before it starts. Ask the barista how their day is going. Say hi to someone at the gym or the library. Something small.
Because the core message here, running through the whole guide, seems to be that it's these small steps, these tiny interactions that build real confidence.
Precisely. Fluency. Feeling comfortable.
Mm.
It doesn't just happen from reading a book. It happens from actually doing it bit by bit. Every little hello counts.
So starting a conversation, yeah, it can feel a bit daunting, especially if it's not something you're used to or maybe in a new language context. But a source makes it pretty clear. It's a skill. It gets easier. It's about being a little brave, genuinely curious, and just kind.
Absolutely. If there's one big takeaway from digging into this material, it's probably this. You don't have to be perfect to start. Actually, you kind of have to start imperfectly in order to get better, to feel more fluent and confident.
So think about that. The power of just one, maybe slightly awkward but brave hello today. What connection might that spark? What might you learn, or who might you meet that you'd otherwise just walk past?
Which really makes you wonder how many interesting conversations, how many potential opportunities are just sitting there waiting on the other side of us deciding to just say something simple to start.